Well, hello and welcome to Beaverdale Books. Woo! Thanks so much for coming tonight for Songs and Poetry. I do want to share a couple of upcoming events. So tomorrow night we have Ellen Cutler, and she is going to be talking about her book, From the Depths, Dyslexia, Bipolar Disorder, and the Triumph of Art. And it's a biography of the artist Gary Horn. And it sounds just fascinating. She explores all his paintings. Then on Tuesday, we have Kevin Mason, and he's going to be sharing his book called Retracing the Dragoon Trail in Iowa. This man traveled all the Dragoon Trail on foot, so it promises to be a really fascinating program. And you can find more details on our website or pick up a list over there. Tonight, we have singer-songwriter Chip Albright, and we have poet David Wolf. And I'm going to let them do their own introductions.
Thanks, Jan. Well, I'll first add to my introduction that I would also call David a musician. Poet and musician David Wolf, and I'm really excited that we're doing this again. We tried this about a year ago last year, and it was really nice, and now we're in this new big open space at Beaverdale Books, which is fantastic. A little about me, and then I'll kick it over to David. My name's Chip Albright. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've lived in Des Moines now since 1999. I grew up on a small farm, a rural town in southeast Kansas called Fort Scott, which actually is known for being a fort and was on the Dragoon Trail, and they reenact all of the Dragoon stuff all the time down there. The legendary author, photographer Gordon Parks, if you're familiar with him, actually grew up in Fort Scott, so there's an amazing museum about Gordon Parks that's right next to the fort there. Seems like every little kid team I played on was called the Dragoons along the way too. So a lot of like family friends. Their dads are always dressing up as Dragoons and doing the reenactment. The first weekend of June is always the good old days, but it's brick streets and it's a really neat town. My folks still live there, and then I found my way to Iowa via K-State, where I picked up a degree in rhetoric, but before I wound up in here, I actually lived in Indianola for years. My brother was going to Simpson. I'm sure some of you probably know David's history with Simpson. I'm now a member of the Iowa Writers Collaborative, which is where I met Winnie and David for the first time in person in Keosauqua, one of the retreats in the spring of 25. So I write a weekly Substack. You can sign up for it over here if you're interested. Try to do more things with the Writers Collaborative and a part of stuff at Okoboji as well, which is a lot of fun, and just really excited to share some songs and stories with you tonight.
So am I. My name's Dave, and that's about all I have to say. My name is Dave, and that's all I have to say. Yeah, so we're just going to play some songs. I'm going to read from my most recent collection, 7, which is for sale here. And let's just get to it.
Yeah, cool.
Most of these people know who I am. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to complicate the narrative and representation of any food.
Well, this is a listening room. This is great because we're quiet and kind of listening to stories, and that's what I really love about songs. One thing I always say about songs, I feel like they're empathetic vignettes, these little short story opportunities to look through life through somebody else's eyes in the form of song. Makes that happen pretty easily. This first song that we're going to play is called On This Hill, and it takes me back to where I grew up. My folks brought me home to a little double wide up on the hill on the farm. You know, you got to take the gravel road up to it, and there's always something about just feeling the wind a little bit more when you're on a hill, right? And so there's a part in this song where the narrator is just kind of singing with the wind, so it's a great place to jump in no matter, don't worry about being on the key, it's just about participating. So this is On This Hill. Whiskey in my veins, dirt in my fingers, the crops are coming in, why does this pain linger? More rages on, sins in the air, my baby's gone, does anyone care? This is the wind here. rainfall rain. Make it rain. But not as hard as last night. Jeez, in the love of Jane. Yeah, I looked out back this morning, I'm like, that's a lot of walnut tree down in the backyard. So, I saw some walnut tree today. I know, it's all feast or famine with the rain anymore, right? Why is that? Does anyone know? I've been reading Art Colin's book recently. I think I have an idea.
Well, the governor says it's cyclical.
It's just weather.
That's your go-to line. That's your go-to.
I don't know. It's pretty powerful, that's for sure.
No.
We're in a bookstore. You know, it's a rhetorical answer. I hope. Anyhow, yeah, I enjoy that song. A big round for Dave. Isn't he so good? Oh my goodness.
Please don't stop.
Please, more.
Please.
I'm pretty sure this thing is made out of butter. So I wore my buttered cow. I was getting finger socks tonight. So I can match Dave's guitar. Can you ever have too much butter in anything?
No, you
No, you cannot. Take it from the food critic. Never enough butter. Add more.
Depends on your calcium.
Yeah, just got that yesterday.
Fun. Well, that song's on my CD over here. It's called 25. There are actually 25 songs on it. So put that together last year. It's just kind of a chronology of stuff that I've written with different bands and groups over the years. So that's on there. This song's on there too. I often play out with my wife, and she'll add some accordion and some different vocals to it. This song, it just seems, and one of the things about writing your own songs is you can kind of decide how they end or where they want to go. And, this one has just kind of evolved a little bit for me over time. And it's written from the perspective of a young boy. His dad's no longer home, and that's a bummer for him. And thinks, one day that's gonna, one day maybe that'll change. And so here we go. This is called On Way. Staring at the window, waiting for a hero. I staring at a hero I knew was on the way. Yeah, and the recorded version of that, the character doesn't see the dad coming home. I'm like, why not just add that to the story, right? You know, so I do now when I'm playing it out.
Yeah, so.
Anthropomorphic. Anthropomorphize. I asked David, I'm like, what's the difference between anthropomorphize and personification?
I said, I'm retired.
I don't answer
He's like, well, they're both multisyllabic.
You can ask ChatGPT.
No, pass. But
I think they're pretty interchangeable.
pretty interchangeable. I like to say anthropomorphize. And that's kind of what's happening in this next song. I'm going to play one more, and then David's going to do some readings.
One is human-centered, an anthropomorphic view of life. So,
Well, when you're giving human qualities to an inanimate object, what would you call that?
I'd say personification.
Personification.
I say that's it.
Okay, I like this. This is a healthy debate.
It's turning
Can we
into a
take a
panel.
look? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We could make democracy work in this small room. Let's wait till after the show. We need to hear a lot more of this Kelly first.
People are nuts.
I'm out of here. Smash your guitar. Well, all right. This song is called Smarty Phone. I think you can figure out what I'm talking about.
You think, Rachel?
Yeah, I do. Decided to beat it.
Well, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Because you thought so.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I think it
Well, they're pretty much
is.
interchangeable.
Smoky can weigh in.
Yes, he's retired too, Dave.
I'd be retired 40,
Is it a wise convention to use when trying to make a point? And how is it really different than metaphor, too?
Oh, it's a form.
Come on, it's a
No,
form
he's
of
giving me the
metaphor.
look.
It's a
Oh,
form.
no, this is meant to be interactive.
cow.
It's a form of figure.
It's a form of figurative language. Okay, all right. Yeah, all right, we're getting a lot of head nods. This is great.
It's a bookstore.
I mean, it's the English language. There's a lot of subjectivity in it, right? In different ways. Especially anymore with people's punctuation. Punctuation, what is that?
Well, that's a different
Or
subject.
capitalization, yeah, all right.
Let's talk about the history of literary theory for a minute. So,
This is what I came for. Oh, put that microphone back.
No, I'm going to read poetry in a minute.
All right.
All
I
right.
think that's the best intro to this song I've ever had.
Collaboration.
We'll see. All right. We'll see. All right. Hey, Dr. Device, tell me what's on my mind. Press your screen against my eyes and see what you find. Hey, Reverend Rectangle, listen to this voice in my head. It's telling you everything you might need to chamber make the key hard to find. Tell me what I want to hear. Bias weakens my mind. With this phone all alone, we're so prone to clone. We overthrown as we drown in our own. We overthrown as we drown in our own. Thank you. Thank you. There's also some alliteration in there, David.
Which is
I don't know if you
defined
noticed
as, yes, I did notice that. I noticed a lot of things. There's far too much to unpack.
Please unpack it all.
I could do an explanation of the whole thing.
Please do.
But I'm going to read my own poem.
That sounds great.
So we're going to trade off here, and I'll do some poems from my recent book, 7. I'm going to jump right in and explain something later, but coming off that song, I was inspired to read this book. We're like TVs, like she said, and I thought, yes, we're like TVs, still like TVs more than ever. We're everywhere, depthless and deepish, faddish, quirky, ever abuzz with our technological breakthroughs, chock full of weak script, cliches, brand anxieties, trendy names, and suspicious titles evoking dubious expertise, etc. I'm no hero, which will become clearer and clearer as the empty centuries drone on. I don't mind the emptiness. I'm used to it. I do expect quality. I'm pro-remembrance. Especially just out of the tub, feeling the steam dissipate and return me to my visions, the wallpaper curling at the seams like the here and now, the news everywhere and nowhere, subjects dear to the ear fading like the hanging blue valley in sunset. Once you get to know me, you'll see that I'm apish about knowledge, whose gaze is in the translation, problematic as always, and to be everything, blurred and living like the wind, world and sky, licking feeling from existence, weary of and disappointed in the pantheon of famous gourds. Try to strip the old from the new and look, perhaps your feet need more of a real vacation. The subway forgets but does not forgive. So stay off it if you can, and be careful either way. Speak some more if you must, but spare us all the bottled syllables and minimized expenditure. See, this is freedom in art, perilous as the old chop and burn, measuring impressions, winnowing verticality, piercing the water, cooling beneath cupboards, the cracked plates inside, not dreaming, not lonely, not smiling. Anyway, as I was saying, we're like TVs. So full of so much we like to undo, dispose of safely. It's tough. Bonanza and Big Valley offer windows into certain ideological driven fictions of gender identity construction that one still sees all too forcefully in place in much of contemporary culture. And of course the Wild Wild West. And of course the whole plasmatic gunk spew, the whole forensically glamorous schlock fest shooting match sitcom high def anorexic performance enhanced interior exterior reality swipe. Yeah. You get the picture. I wish we were nothing like TVs. Just try to turn them all off. I'm still trying. These are all persona poems. And what that means. I'm going to read a quote from my publisher to succinctly explain it. My publisher, from In Case of Emergency Press, get that, In Case of Emergency Press. He's a clever fellow. He's from Melbourne, presses from Australia, located in Australia. He said, the title refers to the 7 voicings or personas that make up the collection. Remarkably, the different voicings of the poems are conspicuously distinct and treat of different experiences and perspectives, but the 7 sections unite to create a unified work. I think that I worked hard to do that, but these are persona poems, so the speakers aren't necessarily me, per se. So that last one was from a section called Sayer, and Sayer is a kind of spoken word artist, and simultaneously kind of anti-spoken word artist. So, but all those poems in that section, if you buy the book, there are 8 poems in that section, and you take them to a slam, they all come in under 3 minutes if you read it briefly, and you'll probably lose. But, because they're too good. Because, this next section is, this is part 2 of the section called For Me. Now, For Me is the French word for aunt. It's also a surname. All these section titles are bona fide surnames in the English language, in this case, the French language. So, they all have to be, these are the surnames of the speakers, but they all, my rule was they all had to be things. Nouns, verbs, in some form, they're mostly nouns. So Sayer is one who says, and I thought that was an appropriate name for a spoken word artist. This is part 3 of For Me. F-O-U-R-M. The flowers found it hard to love the buildings, the concrete shadows. You know what I'm going to do? I don't need all that reverb. The flowers found it hard to love the buildings, the concrete shadows. While predictable, could not be trusted. Still, talent jumped forth in living color, purples, yellows, violets, of course. It is difficult to cuddle up with all your thoughts until the hour of mercy or no mercy scrapes the walls of the heart. Like a bag of avocado oil potato chips munched on by the mouth beside you in the minutes before your lunch order arrives. Would you rather be doing something else? Just now? That's okay. I mean, who doesn't want the troops to come home? They should come home, and the powerful should just go out and whack some mushrooms with their walking sticks in the humid dawn, like our dragon-faring ancestors of old. The hard and soft piano of poetry will not make anything come true, except the hardness and softness of the piano's poetry. Even then, nothing is certain. The space you're in is like a hotel. Temporary home to joy, heartbreak, jealousy, dead passion. The truth is the wealth I've had to tolerate can't cherish the sweet ways of life in the grass. If you put the right knives on the table, and the meat you plan to serve the entire economy of phantom production will respond with record growth and reduced inspiration. Don't you just love the music you can't hear right now? Be a cactus. You look like a cactus, so it's not a stretch. I mean that as a compliment, because I love most cactuses. I'm plural. Just look at the night. You are plural too. Silence asks for a moment of calm, unlike science, and that's probably good for us all. Clouds keep coming and going like the light even when your shirt collar is lit with formality. The funny thing is, so much is funny, except if you're a snail, for we can only assume that a vast majority of creatures miss out on humor. Isn't that sad? At least they don't have to worry about ad copy and opera profits. Studies show that red swimsuits exude wealth, caution, a recent history of ambition, and dampness when wet. I don't know any other way to put this. It's like trying to wade across a lagoon without looking clumsy. Talk about a rat race. To think that I jumped right in when I was young and seeking what was steady, exciting, bouncy, and fun. My favorite mountain remains a craggy touchstone in my imagination. Who are we? Nothingness darkens like the trees still hanging out in my childhood neighborhood, long before and after me. Circus, laughter, wine, tomorrow, I am waiting for the sea to rush in. It will sound like applause, because tonight it's slap happy and marvelous, like love's joy coming to rest with a promise to rally. Here's the applause like the sea coming
I could just sit here and listen to him read.
in.
Yes, for sure. That is fun.
All right, more song.
Yeah.
There's
Well, often songwriters will do like songwriter rounds, and so this is a lot of fun to sit up here and mix it with true poetry. One being tuned for you. Close. All right. This next song is it's a love song. Kind of written in an old country form a little bit. Our roads well traveled, but I promise it'll be different this time, my friend. If you give me a whisper of love to light a new spark, I'll sing you a song straight from my heart. These memories run together like the mist of yesterday's dawn. Some this next song is not exact. I think it's the most recent song that I've released. It's not on this CD, but I've got a fun story that goes with it. So I kept reading all these articles about this guy running for Senate, Josh Turek. And this was back like before the primary. And so one of the Iowa Writers Collaborative members, Douglas Burns, the Iowa Mercury, who's out there chasing all sorts of stories, just kept writing all these stories about Josh Turek. And I was learning about him, like, this individual is really phenomenal. He's terrific. This guy's just terrific. Then I kept seeing Turek and terrific, and I just couldn't get him out of my head. Like, the words seemed so similar, and I wanted to, like, could it be terrific if? No. And like, a lot of things didn't work. I'm like, if it's Turek, that's terrific. And that just kind of stuck, and so I wrote this song. There are 6 verses, one for each vote that he won his first election by. When he was in Council Bluffs, he won that first election by 6. Literally pulling himself up the stairs, for folks. And wrote it, I put it out on Substack, and then I got a call from a 712 number. And it didn't say potential spam. And I answered, and it was Josh Turek. And he's like, hey, Chip, I saw your song on Substack. I just want you to know I really like it. It's really great. Actually, he's like, I love it. It's terrific. Oh, thanks, man. And just really nice. And since then, I've had the opportunity to play it for him a few times in a few different fundraisers around town, and just a really swell guy. And so we're gonna play it. It's terrific. That's terrific. What's that?
Then Ashley Hansen called me.
He's still working on that one.
And I hung up. It was okay.
Here are people called.
Not the,
But on the second verse in this, and there's 6 stanzas, but on the second line, terrific. Feel free to join in. And you'll pick up on it. You'll be able to join in if you want. Clearly your choice, but I feel like Woody Guthrie would be all right with this song. And it's literally G, C, D. So Dave's still working on figuring it out.
that machine kills fascists.
That's right. That's right.
That's what Woody had on his guitar. Sticker.
It's Turek, that's terrific. He'll get the job done. Wheeling and dealing on behalf of everyone. It's Turek, that's terrific. It's Turek. It's Turek, that's terrific. Tough times need good guys who overcome obstacles and see all sides. It's Turek, that's terrific. It's Turek. There you go. It's Turek, that's terrific. The guy sure can ball. He's won gold, shares the rock, ain't afraid to roll. It's Turek, that's terrific. It's Turek, yeah. It's Turek, that's terrific. Winners never quit, and Josh's resilience stays above the politics. It's Turek, that's terrific. It's Turek. It's Turek, that's terrific. He'll be there for you and me. Council Bluffs strong, fight for us in D.C. It's Turek, that's terrific. It's Turek. It's Turek, that's terrific. We could sure use a guy like him to get us back to the Iowa way of truth and love again. Terrific. There you go. Thank you. I'm playing that at the Wing Ding, which is in the Surf Ballroom. So,
Awesome.
bucket list venue for me.
When is that?
That is in early August.
Terrific.
Well,
That's amazing.
frequency is the key in advertising. Say it enough times.
This is a real fact.
So as part of that too, and should we do this little battle hymn, David? You want to do that?
I can do that.
All right, I'll just do it. So I play I do a few memory care places around town. My father-in-law lived with us for a long time, had dementia, and it was just really amazing what music can do for people. And so, get out and tell stories and play some old songs. And this next one, anytime I play this anywhere, people know this song, and often they just kind of hop in and start singing along. And I started looking up the history, and it's the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And Julia Ward Howe, who leads the women's suffrage movement during the Civil War, writes this song and changes, the melody, adds the lyrics to the melody of John Brown's Body, and it becomes Battle Hymn of the Republic. And it's just a phenomenal song that's got all sorts of really rich Americana history. And you think about the power of that song, and staring greed and moral repugnancy in the face during the Civil War and rallying around that. So it's also public domain, which is a nice thing. And so I've been having some fun. I'm going to sing 2 of her verses, and then I added 1 in the middle here. So mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He's driving out the vintage, the grapes of wrath and smoke. He had loosed his faithful lightning from his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. In glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Our truth is marching on. All right, these are my lyrics. This age of corporate greed, and disdain for those in need, may our hearts rise up above in perfect harmony. May our souls know no bounds as we love eternally. Our truth is marching on. In glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Julia Ward Howe, everybody. Felt like I needed up here. And I won't hold the sexist language against her. It's in the 1860s. I try to change it a little bit. Americana stuff is pretty big to me. Actually, I discovered Substack because of this next song. My grandfather's World War II vet, served in Guadalcanal, Guam. I always wanted to tell his story somehow. Song felt like a great way to do it. And when I was little, you could literally feel the divot holes in his back because he was shot 7 times as a scout in Guam. And so, which was in 1943, after being shot in Guadalcanal. And there are several stories to this song, but one, when I moved to Iowa in 1999, my grandfather was still alive, and he was really excited that I was going to move to Iowa because he thought maybe I'd get to meet his commanding officer. And he was telling me how important this individual is. He's like, you got to write all this down, Chip. You got to write all this down. So I did, and I kept this ripped out spiral paper forever, and I'd also kept a compare and contrast paper that I wrote on my grandfather's in my late high school, early college, something like that, so I could use for. I used it for resource material. And then he also always had a book that he'd handwritten everywhere he had been, and it would kind of chronicled the war and several things. So there was a lot of material in there that I could pull from the song. But those notes that I took, I was looking at them and sharing with a friend of mine who often plays bass with me. And this is the next song I think I want to write my telling him about this, and there are all these details in there. And there's this one, the individual that my grandfather always wanted me to meet was, his name was Mike Enoch. And he played football at the University of Iowa. He actually played with Niall Kinnick. So for those of you that are kind of into Iowa football, the stadium was named after that individual. He was one of the four. They were called the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And they all played on both sides of the ball. You know, one wins the Heisman, all of this kind of stuff. Well, as I'm sharing that with my friend, he's looking at my notes. He says, "Iron Mike Enoch?" I'm like, yeah. He's like, "That was my grandfather." And so it's just a really small world thing that, you know, we wind up realizing, like, oh, our grandpas served together. That's pretty neat. And so when I wrote this song, you know, as much as it's about hardships that people have been through, also kind of wanted to end it, you know, have it with some positive imagery. And my grandfather had a 1981 Corvette White Stingray. That was pretty cool. Yeah, and you take it out on the old blacktops and just fly. Take my little brother and I with him and smoke his cool cigarettes and just flying down. And my grandpa was awesome. And like, that's the imagery I want, is this guy just, you know, cruising down in his Corvette. So the song's called Up on Chorrito Ridge. Chorrito Ridge is where he landed amphibiously with thousands and thousands of other Marines and naval persons. And on that day in August of 1944, over 5,000 were killed or wounded. Just wild. Some of those numbers from World War II. So this is Up on Chorrito Ridge, and then we'll do some more readings from David. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Drove a white Corvette to the Kansas sunset. Never did forget the trauma he met. Shot 7 times, should have died upon Chorrito Ridge. It was the summer of August 1944. Out in the Pacific, full of bloody hellish gore. The 3rd Marine Division charged ashore, knowing grit and guts could win the war. In the thick of it all was my grandpa Buddy. Shot up and bleeding, but holding steady. Less than 15 feet from dying, he was ready. With Medal of Honor awarding PFC. Listen to his name. Where did it go? He enlisted December 8, 1941. Only 17, but his time had come. Would earn 3 Purple Hearts and a Gold Star in some. The scout served heroically the 2nd battalion. Admired his CO, Iron Mike Enoch, an Iowa lineman and a hell of a leader. I'm talking about PFC Richard D. Hickson, White Mighty Marine, a.k.a. my grandpa Buddy. He drove a white Corvette to the Kansas sunset. Never did forget that trauma he met. Shot 7 times, should have died upon Chorrito Ridge. Born a preemie to a mom with TV. They moved south where he became an Okie. Till the Dust Bowl had him flee west to Camp Grady in search of some of that Cali milk and honey. And life stayed hard till an honorable discharge. Then he made his way home to a Midwestern farm. Met sweet Betty Lou McGowan, fell for her heart. Started milking cows to heal his hands and his heart. Worked 41 years at the USPS. Had 3 daughters to raise and caress. Suffered often, but would only say he was blessed. Even when that old shrapnel on his shoulder started causing a mess. Loved his sport. records all the time. I'm talking about PFC Richard D. Hickson, one mighty Marine, aka my grandpa, buddy. All right, last time. Drove a white Corvette to the Kansas sunset. Never did forget that trauma he met. Shot 7 times, should have died. A bomb choreo.
Thank you, Chip. This is from the section of the book called, spelled V-A-T-E-S. It's a Latin word, lattes, classical Latin, or ecclesiastical vates, or maybe it's a guy named Bob Vates. So that ambiguity is intended. I think he's the closest thing to a language poet in this book, if you know what those poets are. They're experimental, polyvocal, multi-registered, but this is from that section. Before I was leaf dust, I was a leafy haven dubbed America. A wolf reads refusal, efficiency, principles, and the glorious parkway skirting true connection. Don't speed, the spaces don't lie, lapses sometimes do. Help! At last, you're washing out your preferences. I repeat, go ahead and relish your own tabloid fantasies. It's a free country. To hell with you. Heck with us all. This page lacks herd mentality, unlike the skeptics roaming the avenues for waxy produce. I'll remain here, despising the elephant in the lounge. That would be living in the real world of sirens, researchers, homey thinking, and volunteers handing out bookmarks to backpackers and starving farmers who have no associations with Westport, Connecticut. Note to file, I'm not back on top because I was never on top. Doctoring my view by shuddering. The window, as dawn seeps through, blue as it comes, devotion playing its hand. The gardener, when he sleeps, let me explain, form as a thought bug. Summer offers up another trifle of a radio hit. Our latest yellowing escape late sprung from the pageless book of whatever. So Watties is very fragmented, it gets more fragmented than that. But he also writes sonnets, which I will read one later. But now I'm going to read from a section called Yarner, and Yarner, as it suggests, speaking of narrative and telling stories, Yarner is a storyteller, but an anti-storyteller. I mean, most of these speakers are anti-whatever they do. We think of yarns as long, embellished tales, but these are sort of micro narratives. I noticed today when I was practicing the reading that there's a lot of rhyme in this section too, so pretty much what I do is kind of a mixed bag all the way throughout. So poetry melts with prose, whatever the definitions of those are, and so just let it all wash over you and don't try to don't feel bad if you're missing something. I don't. This is a section from Yarner. 2020 as in the year. From the flattened toads of spring to the smashed black walnuts of autumn, I wandered, walking that old road. Where had summer gone? Summer of earthly ruin, bludgeoned justice, pandemic denial, executive ego stench, blinding white malignity, all grinding on into the future. Blue skies, aftermath of smoke's demise. To these most fortunate eyes, wise enough to surmise more smoke on the rise. What is tonight? Insomniac, brachial podcast, dire of dawn. Deep red maple leaves from a distance now, standing beneath them, the noon sunlight, translucent, bright. A branch snapped by the storm does not always fall in the storm, he said, adding, as the proverb says, knowing it was not a proverb, as far as he knew. He was speaking aloud to himself, walking in the wind, the trees creaking all around him. That he knew. Crimson shock of leaves amid the green sway, a yellow butterfly zigzagging my way. My dying republic never lived. What the heck? Sunrise is a collapsing bench. Sunset is fine. Sunset lifts with a little wine. Sunrise settles you into the daily rising stench. Indecision's fizz is decision's fuzz. My cat on the kitchen counter enjoying his perch. He likes fish. The kite refused to settle, a pelvic blown off my neighbor's head in the wind, iridescent spun, static effluvium, non-appearance netting, a contingency unrelated, yet still easy to sense. Dad and I used to ride out to Sherwood Forest to see what was going on. Expression later in life took on a different hue, sang in a whisper in a more shadowy pew. Reticence brought to a boil, burned down, the sanctuary splintering the foil of the rules of errancy. Memo from management. We sincerely thank the surveyed workers who helped with our strategic plan. You clearly said you wanted change. Please be advised, you're canned. Early autumn snow on the pond. No turtles basking on logs. Genius. Part of a large oak tree fell on me today. A leaf. Oh, bud. Somebody sound like Carol. Oh, bud, or dawn song. I hear church bells singing, chiming 7, but they don't start till 8. Do I see love and grace now reigning? Nah, just more ringing hate. Fortuitous at my clipped toenail, arced straight into my garbage pail. One less nail to find in the rug, one more wonder worth a shrug. The moon eases on, descends through the pines, disappearing into the haze, into its own fading glow. When it sets out of view, as the dawn lights the autumn trees across the valley, I'll return to bed and dream more erasure. Cloud cover being pulled over the city like a blanket, which makes me feel like a bedbug. Processing the report's conclusion, he probed the bullet hole in his head. Monastically composing monostics, I found myself stereophonically in stitches. Looks like I let the day get away from me without a chase. Flames don't dance, they spasm and rise, supplicants tithe, disconsolate as dust, the dust we ultimately are, we sneeze. A mix of narrative and lyricism. It's a mixed bag. Everything in the book is a mixed bag. And love. Two short poems. And I'll conclude the poetry reading. Once more back to Vates, and I said, he was all over the place, multi-registered poet. He does write some formal poems, just to show people who can, I suppose. I don't know what he's up to. These are personas. These are not lyrics. This is a sonnet, and it's a sonnet about form, among other topics. What can I add to what's been said so far? The glow, the stain, the splintering all you feel. When young, your friends outshone the brightest star. The icy lane at night shines like an eel. The gleanings multiply, slip uncontained, constrictions laughing loud between your ears. You've little new to sing in sun and rain. This too shall pass, so dry those love-nut tears. In dreams, tight forms give way to looser joy. And don't you know it, don't you shake your head. Order, okay, but whose do we deploy? The shadowed grooves of sacred scribes long dead? Such dress, I guess, of sense, God bless. Hold fine in lights and failing ceaseless mess. And then I'll end with another formal poem. These are tankas, the Japanese form, out of which the haiku was derived in the late 19th century. But before that, the tanka was a syllabic form, 5-7-5-7-7, so 31 syllables. These are two tankas paired together, and they are about to change into the seasons that we are about to experience. Difficult to note just when the cicada song turns to the crickets. Long, quiet chill, yesterday, today, evening coming on. Still clear in the mind, crisp flash of the blue-green glint of the dragonfly. Today, the noon's thinning light, summer flitting free once more. There's a fly on the page, which seems particularly interested in that poem. Yes, pal, we're all toast. So, enjoy the summer. But yeah, those are two topics. That's good. I love it when the cicadas start singing and then they fade and then the crickets. There are no cicadas anymore. And then the crickets finally. I had a haiku I wrote a long time ago. It's not a traditional haiku. Blowing out the candle in the jack-o'-lantern. Blowing out the candle of the jack-o'-lantern. One lone cricket still singing. Because they can sing well into the end. Or you hear the last one. This is beautiful. They're all dying of smoke asphyxiation.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for David? And how long would you like us to go, Jan? What do you think?
What time is it?
7:35. I mean, we can.
Yeah, maybe another song.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I think
we'll
maybe
do the magic
with
song.
a special song too.
What's the special song?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't you dare.
What? Uh-oh.
Acapella.
Oh yeah, I get it.
I think we have a birthday boy in the room.
We do.
Yeah. We're singing happy birthday to Calvin. Ready? Dave's gonna lead us.
Not that one. Okay. We're gonna do it traditional. So, what key you want to do? It doesn't matter.
I won't play. I'll just sing. G.
It's the Tom Waits version.
I like it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kevin. Happy birthday to you.
The whole thing is true.
No.
In G.
Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kevin. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Yes, and many more.
All sorts of families have different traditions. My wife's family up here would always sing, and we wish you many more. Have you ever heard that? We wish you many more. Yeah?
Oh, they sing that
They
instead
sing
of
that
happy
at the end,
birthday.
and then it's me.
Oh,
God
no.
bless and keep you. Happy birthday to you. I never heard that until I moved to Iowa. All right. Well, David Wolf,
My
everybody.
family says
Awesome.
thanks. My family sang a whole lot of love. They say a whole lot of love.
Man of many, many talents.
You need birthday cake.
That wasn't. I got it. No, okay, we'll finish with
What were
that.
we doing the other day when you broke into some Tom Waits? It was pretty great. You got that down. Was it Battle Hand?
I think so.
I think so too. Tom Waits was it.
But what are we going to close with?
Perfect.
All the way from one?
No, let's close with Magic.
Magic, right. This is a new song I just learned the other night, so see if I can remember.
Nope.
Thank you, Beaver Books.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Happy 20th anniversary.
Yay.
Congratulations
That's
on the
awesome.
learning model.
That's awesome.
Everything that you do for all sorts of people, bringing literature, art to life here, which is really great.
And congratulations on your 20th anniversary. That's really
It is great. What a vision you had, Alice.
to expand it. Have it.
So there's Dr. Alex Hanna, who's a longtime Merrill Middle School principal, emeritus, who just some various community work, but always had this saying that he would tell kids, "You are who you choose to be," which I just think is really a powerful language, and so I kind of worked that into this song later on. But this is a new one. It's just, kind of following the narrator that's a little frustrated in life, and maybe gets off the beaten path a little bit to find something different in himself.
But there's a nature imagery, which is why I sort of prefaced it with the taco.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Have you seen my magic? You know where it went. I'm so tired of losing it. I'm all alone. Leave me home. I'm all alone. Leave me home. Have you seen my friends? Do you know where they went? I'm so tired of losing them. I'm all alone. Leave me home. I'm all alone. Leave me home. One more round of applause for the telly. Walking through the forest, and I heard them trees say, "You ain't what you were, you might never be," but that don't mean anything, 'cause you are who you choose to be. That don't mean anything, 'cause you are who you choose to be. And when we say are who you choose to be. my magic. It was out in them trees, whispering to me through the breeze. Singing you. Who you choose to be. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.